Moab 240, a foot race that starts and finishes in Moab, Utah. At 240 miles, or 386 kilometers, this would be my longest race in terms of distance. It's getting really hot, just cooking out here. But with a time limit of just 113 hours, I'd hoped it would be my fastest 200-plus mile race as well.
Dude, he's doing it, one step at a time.
Yeah, we're getting it done.
Some of these other guys are starting to show some cracks. We're gonna put some pressure on those cracks.
I think there's still a race that's gonna happen tonight and early tomorrow morning.
Just got eyes on them across the canyon there.
And as the race progressed, my aspirations continued to grow.
This has got to be the closest race that we've ever had for first place.
Most exciting Moab finish for sure.
Holy crap, dude! What a race!
All right, so I'm going out for my long run here. I'm gonna run back about a mile and join up with the Moab 240 course to run the final leg from the final aid station back to Moab, back to where the finish line will be set up.
We arrived in Moab a couple of weeks early so that I could finish my training in the heat and to check out some of the course. We had driven there from Colorado in a truck camper from Ross Monster, which would be our home for almost an entire month. Audrey would be crewing me during the race and driving my two pacers, so we also took the chance to scout out all of the crew-accessible aid stations.
Currently we're driving to the Monticello Lake aid station / crew access. So this would really help me during the race to have a better sense of like how long it takes to get there, what the road conditions are like, in case I have to drive there in the middle of the night, or in case I'm like, I don't know, tight on time for some reason, where I can pull over to have a nap maybe, that sort of thing. Wow, such nice colors.
The course starts and finishes in Moab, a city in eastern Utah. From there, we'll travel 240 miles through desert, canyons, slick rock, and 2 mountain ranges in one massive loop, climbing a total of 31,500 feet. There will be 15 aid stations along the way, but just 7 of them allow for crew access, where Audrey will be able to provide aid. So it's the day before the race, and we're here at the RV park where the start finish is. In fact, we're just about a stone's throw away from the start line over there. And we actually got here a couple days ago to get settled in and start to prepare. We did some last minute laundry today. I'm just finishing packing my gear and getting everything ready. I'm gonna head over shortly for runner check-in and gear check.
So I'm just getting to say the name first.
We're just over here at race headquarters, which is also the start finish for the Moab 240. So it's going to be exciting. Get to meet all the new runners this year and see lots of familiar faces from previous years. A little bit of snow in the mountains after yesterday's storm, but weather's cleared up. So
We'll give you one bib and
they'll
you can
change.
transfer
That's
it.
perfect.
Yeah.
Can I grab some extra pens? Is that cool? Yeah, thank you.
How are you?
We're done. Time to hydrate.
I got up mid-morning the next day to prepare for the noon start. I'd be fueling during the race primarily with products from NAC, including their energy drink mix, waffles, and purees, which contain protein and amino acids, along with warm food from the aid stations. I'd be supplementing all of this with shots of exogenous ketones from Ketone IQ, one roughly every 4 hours. For shoes, I'd be starting the race in the Salomon S-Lab Ultra 3, along with gaiters for the sand, with a pair of the S-Lab Genesis as a backup. I'd be using the HM65RDT from Phoenix as my primary headlamp, which is not only really high-powered, but would easily last through a night on a single battery, along with the HR32RT as a lighter weight backup. And of course, I had the GPX track, as required, loaded on my Coros Vertix 2, including waypoints for each aid station, which would last for the entire race on a single charge.
Yeah, what is your goal time here?
Well, my goal time, sub 80. I'm hoping for sub 80. Closer to 72-ish would be nice. That's a full pack. That's pushing the capacity of this 12-liter pack for sure.
Welcome to the 7th Moab 240. All right, here goes the pledge. You repeat after me. If I get lost, hurt, or die, it's my own damn fault. All right, you guys, big round of applause for these runners having the courage to come out here. Crowd, are you ready? 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Feels really good to be moving. Lots of pre-race nerves these last couple of days, but as soon as you start and get a couple miles under your belt, it all melts away.
This is Pierce right here. My name is Roman. We ran Tahoe 200 a couple months ago, and now doing our dream race here in Moab.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Okay, so we're through the first aid station. I grabbed a bit of water, some Coke, and some watermelon, but got out of there pretty quickly. I've got lots of food and lots of water left here. What do you guys think of the course so far?
So beautiful.
Well, if it's like this for the next 225 miles, we're gonna have a good couple days.
That's right.
It is 2:20 and we are at Amasabak. I'm just setting up for Jeff to arrive, hopefully around 3 p.m. And yeah, I'm just gonna fill up his bottles with the nut powder, and then it's just a waiting game. Okay, so that's good to go.
Welcome to Masada. Yeah, go grab grab some food, whatever you need. We'll take care of you.
Okay, so we've come down off the ridge now. We've reached the road. We got, I think, a couple miles on the road here, and then we'll be at the second aid station and the first of the crew accessible ones. Hi.
You looking good?
So far, so good. How are you doing?
Good.
Thank you so much. Okay, through that second aid station, I ate quite a bit. I had a grilled cheese sandwich and some watermelon and a shot of ketone IQ. In this next section, I pre-ran at least the next sort of 5 or 6 kilometers, so I know what to expect here. We're gonna have a beautiful view of the Colorado River. We run across this plateau here. In a couple of hours, the sun will go down and we'll have some cooler temps as well.
Okay, so a Massa back, done and dusted, 17 miles, and I noted his time, 3:15-ish p.m. I think he was here. And he was here for maybe about 10 minutes. So next he's gonna hit base camp, Lockhart, and the Oasis, basically 50 miles on his own until we see him again at Indian Creek at mile 67.
After leaving town and passing through the first 2 aid stations, the route would now climb the slick rock along a Massa-back mesa before reaching Jackson's Ladder, where we drop down into the valley to Base Camp Aid Station, where I'd get a chance to refuel.
Yes, it's a really beautiful section of trail, but quite hard on the body. You know, fairly technical, and this rock is a little bit tough on the feet. So I wouldn't want to do 240 miles of this kind of stuff, but it's not too bad this early in the race. I think it's down here to the left. It's a sharp left here.
So is this your first Moab?
Yeah, it's my first Moab. You?
Me too.
Yeah?
What's your name?
Jeff.
Jeff, I'm Pierce.
Pierce, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Good to share some miles with you.
Yeah, let's have a day, man. So I'm 22 years old. I'm from Frisco, Texas. And I am doing the Triple Crown this year.
Amazing.
So it's been really challenging, but I've learned so many lessons and such an amazing community out here. And I'm actually have a videographer out here too, and we're doing a little film to really just inspire the next generation.
Yeah.
Because as you know, we're much more capable than we think. And so my goal is really to inspire people to push themselves and stretch themselves.
Because you just started trail running not too long ago.
Yeah, so my first trail race was the Leadville 100 last August.
Amazing.
So it's been crazy. It's been a wild ride.
Amazing. You've got one hell of a running career ahead of you.
Oh, thank you.
I look forward to following your journey in the future. Oh yeah.
Look at this, dude. I just see that picture.
Okay, now we go. Definite Grand Canyon vibes here. right, we're coming up on the next aid station here. Guys, thanks for being out here.
Pierce, we got burgers, potatoes, breakfast burritos, bacon, you want one of each? Pancakes, quesadillas.
Pepper, hi. Hi, Pepper. Good girl. Good girl, Pepper. You're beautiful. Thanks, guys. 150 out.
150 out.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, I spent a few extra minutes at that aid station. I had to use the bathroom. Had some pre-portioned baggies of knack powder. I got a little bit more water as well, and a bit of food for the road.
How you doing? Good to see you again. You too. I'm Steve. I'm from Salt Lake, South Jordan, Utah.
Nice. And you ran this last year.
I did, man.
So what's your goal this year?
Actually, I have my 8-year-old daughter's championship cross-country meet on Tuesday in Salt Lake, so I got to get back for that.
Yeah.
So that's the goal.
That's the goal.
So whatever needs to happen to get there, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I don't think everyone gets it. Some people don't understand the kind of the sacred solitude that you find in the desert, man. But it's just quiet here. We're gonna be running some stretches, and you won't hear anything. You just need to stop and listen to that, and remind yourself how special that is, just to be immersed in that quiet, you know.
Yeah.
And the dark nights are gonna be fun. The sunny skies are gonna be great. You're gonna have hot, you're gonna have cold, mountains, desert valleys, dry washes. I mean, you have it all here. So it's gonna be fun, man.
So it is 8:30 p.m. Friday night. I had some dinner. I pre-cooked some breakfast burritos for the next couple of days. I can just quickly heat up for myself or for the crew, or even for Jeff if he wants one. I'm gonna make my way to Indian Creek, although we don't expect Jeff to be there before maybe 1:30 a.m. But I'd like to be there for midnight just to be safe.
All right, we just left a mini aid station, just a little water stop, 4 miles from the last aid. Stopped and filled up one of my bottles. And that should time me over till the next one. Is this right?
There we go. Thank you, sir.
We might have taken the adventurous route there. I think there was a road that went around that, but hey, scramble up a slot canyon when I have the chance.
After leaving Base Camp 8 and passing through Lockhart Water Station, we'd begun to climb along rolling terrain towards the oasis, a total of 24.5 miles, close to a marathon without a break. From there, we'd continue to slowly climb another 14 miles to the crew-accessible aid station at Indian Creek, where I'd be picking up my first pacer, Kevin.
How you feeling?
20 miles, and I am parched.
Yeah, we both ran out of water, what, 6-7 miles ago?
Yeah.
And rationing our last few sips. But we can see the aid station down there. It's about a half mile away, so they don't call it Oasis for nothing. Woo! Hey there. How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Good.
Got to refill some water, help you out?
Yeah, that'd be great. All right, so I spent 10 minutes at that aid station. I drank a ton of fluids, about 1.5 liters, and I got about 2 liters of fluids, water, and electrolytes for the road. Bunch of food. I ate a bunch of watermelon, took a quesadilla for the road here, and now I'm just trying to digest a little bit. But that was a tough section. That was a 20-mile section, actually 24 miles from the last aid. At the 4-mile mark, we had a water stop. That was it. No food there. So after that 24-mile section, this 14 miles shouldn't seem quite so bad. Oh, let's try to run here.
What does crewing normally entail for you?
Back of the car, camping chairs, freezing cold, no hot food. This is luxury crewing, that's for sure. I just woke up from a short nap here. I slept for about, I don't know, 30 minutes. Got pretty cozy there, but I set up my alarm to make sure I don't miss Jeff. So I've got all of his nutrition ready to go. And I'm also gonna set up a foot bath here for him, but I'm gonna wait a few more minutes for that to see how he's tracking. Haven't seen the tracker in a long time, since I've been out of cell service. So last time I checked, he was right on target. He was hovering between 10 and 12. So,
nice.
Yeah. That's solid. Pretty good.
That's cool. Yeah.
I think he was like 40 minutes behind Chris. My name's Kevin Hadfield, mountain athlete based in Carbondale, Colorado. Veteran of a bunch of different 200-mile races, and I met this crazy Canuck bumbling around in the Italian Alps on the Tour de Géant a handful of years back, and we've stayed in touch ever since. So when I saw he was coming to Utah, I was like, dude, I gotta help out.
It's hard to tell.
It looks like a runner with a baby head, holding a baby head. Like, this is my big headlamp, and then this is my little one on a shrunken head.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Hey guys. Hey. Hi.
I just said, that's not Jeff. Jeff doesn't have to do that.
Yeah.
It's the GoPro.
Hey guys.
Yo, brother.
How you doing?
Dude.
Good to see you. Getting a little bit sleepy. Last like 40 miles have just been rolling road, which is great for like, you know, putting in some good running miles, but a little bit hard to stay focused. Good running terrain. That at night you can't see anything anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But can you set that timer please for 10 minutes? Yeah.
Yeah, Uber Eats. Watermelon and breakfast burrito.
Awesome.
How are you feeling overall right now, Jeff?
I feel good. A little tired, but I'm moving, and it feels better the faster I move. When I move and I've got good running form, I feel fluid and I feel good. It's when I start to shuffle and get lazy that I actually feel worse. So I'm trying to move, and I'm running all the rollers. I'm running all the hills. Still early days, so still trying to run easy.
Maybe when it's hot, you'll want something that's cold. And honestly, like, don't stress. Like most runners have taken like quite a bit of time here.
Hydration, nutrition, my poles, my headlamps on my head.
Have the best time, you guys.
Thanks everyone. Thanks Derek.
Okay, so bit of a rush there seeing Jeff. He passed quite a few guys on this last stretch, and he made up a few spots. He's definitely well into the top 10 now, which is exciting. So he took off with pacer Kevin, which is also exciting. I'm sure now the miles will fly by and they'll make good time through the night. Just found a quiet spot here by the road, and I'm going to hopefully sleep for a few hours. It's already 5:15 in the morning. See you in a few hours.
This guy behind the camera over here, Jeff, he's been running the last 2.5 miles out of Indian Creek Aid Station, keeping up on his calories. He's on a 35 to 40 minute calorie schedule.
I get a gold star.
Yes, he is. We're just clipping off some miles in the desert, and kind of, I think, waiting for the sunrise over some of these buttes, right, Jeff?
Yeah, that's right.
So we've successfully made it from Pelletier over to Bridger Jack, and time to adventure into Lavender Canyon.
Nice job.
Mark the net. Chris, mark the net.
Nice work.
Hey there.
Hey, wow.
Thank you. 150.
Awesome.
How are you?
Good.
I'm doing okay. I'm awake now that the sun's up. I had a couple hours there where zombie marching a little bit. But
Yeah, totally.
How cold was it?
it got cold actually.
Any dirt naps yet?
Oh no.
No.
Do you ever eat that knack stuff? From
That's what I'm using.
I fucking love that.
You're a
Canadian
fan?
marching
I'm
powder,
a
right?
huge fan.
Yeah.
I am. I like the bars. and I like the applesauce one with the maple syrup.
Yeah.
Two.
Okay, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys being out here.
You guys are the best.
How was your day, night?
Yeah, we just parked out down the road. And,
Yeah?
Yeah, Charlie
Okay.
Salami was in his little like puffy jacket roaming around the desert, living his best life.
All right, we stopped for a few minutes there at that last aid station. I had eggs and hash browns and coffee. Because it is morning after all. The sun's coming up behind me there. It's already starting to warm up. And I'm starting to wake up. I was doing a bit of a zombie march those last couple of hours. Couldn't have got through that without Kevin. At least not nearly as quick.
Step at a time. This area right here is the best sandstone crag climbing in North America. It's where my wife and I kind of met, fell in love. A lot of memories on these trails. So here's another one.
So shortly here, we're gonna experience a full solar eclipse. And we just happen to be in the best spot. It's passing directly over Utah. So people have been flooding the area from all over. Moab's super busy. We've got our special eclipse glasses ready.
That's right, got them stashed right here where I should have my gels.
Priorities.
Priorities.
So yeah, they say about 10:20 it's gonna pop.
Wow, that's remarkable.
It's a full ring of fire.
Wow.
Just perfect ring. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there it is. Nice.
Okay, so 10:30 a.m. He's currently in 8th place. Looks like he's moving well with Kevin, so I hope they're having some fun out there. We just had the eclipse happen here this morning, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, I'm just taking a little break, breakfast, coffee, and then I'm gonna go meet Tayson, the next pacer, to drive up to the Shea Mountain aid station.
Next aid station's just up ahead here, about 1 kilometer. You can see it across the canyon there. Hey there. Hey.
How are we feeling?
Feeling good.
Good.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
All right, in and out of that aid station in about 7 minutes. Filled up my bladder, my bottles with more NAC powder that I had in baggies. Applied some sunscreen. And I've got a full quesadilla for the road here that I'm eating while we walk. This next stretch is quite long, about 19 miles, with a bit of a punchy climb up, I think at the end, up towards Shea Mountain. And that's where Kevin will be finishing his pacing duties.
Kevin and I had covered another 30 miles as we continued south to the island, before climbing up and out of Lavender Canyon, along the base of Bridger Jack Mesa to Bridger Jack Aid. We now had 18 more miles to cover as we climbed into the mountains to Shea Mountain Aid, where my next pacer Tayson would be taking over.
Officially on race day 2 now. You just crossed over your 24-hour mark, buddy. That was freaking strong work.
Thanks.
Dude, hell of a day 1.
And I think that's a 100-mile PB for me. I've mostly done pretty mountainous 100 milers. So.
No joke, that was freaking awesome.
Well, thanks, bud. Thanks for your help.
Day 1.
Just after 1 p.m. here on Saturday, and we just did the short drive up here to get to the next aid station.
My name's Tayson Whitaker. I live in Cedar City, Utah. So you'd think it's right around the corner from here, but a quick 5-hour drive, and I'm over here to pace Jeff on the Moab 240. So I'm picking up Jeff at mile 114 at the Shea Mountain aid station. I'll take him to Monticello Lake. Hopefully he'll take a nap there, give me a break, and then hopefully I'll continue on to Dry Valley with him.
Yeah, buddy.
It's quite hot. I'm running really low on water, and I just feel like I'm fading. Lots of elevation change. It's fairly technical. By far the toughest leg so far, I would say. Just reminding myself that this is what I signed up for. It's for this moment, to see how I rise to the challenge. It's not about the easy times. It's about these times. The tough ones.
Heck yeah, man. Look at the ground that you've covered as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we were way down there.
I met Jeff about 2 years ago, where we were talking about fast packing on our podcast at Outdoor Vitals, and kind of changed my life. I started running after that point, and I dropped another 20-25 pounds. And yeah, fitness wise, health wise, I feel like I'm in a way better spot. So if I can come out here and help him, I feel like I owe it to him, and I'm really excited to go out and run some miles with him. So
that's some badass avocado.
Hey, buddy.
Nice, I got your patties ready.
How's your racing going?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. We had a good low yesterday. Today's better than yesterday.
Taylor had been battling for first place with a runner named Jesse Haynes, while I was now in 7th place overall.
Woohoo! Nice.
Holy shit. I'm doing better than I thought I was.
Yeah.
I thought I was like 2 hours late.
Oh, sweet.
It almost makes me not want to sleep. Except for the 2 times that I fell asleep on the trail. 3 minutes, 3 minutes and 5 minutes.
How long do you want to lay down for?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? All right.
I'll pass out.
I'm really hallucinating right now. I've never had so many hallucinations so early in a race like this. And I'm seeing people and just different kinds of structures and things in the trees and the rocks. I need some sleep.
all right, Jeff is 1 kilometer out right now, and it's just mind-blowing to me to see someone who's already 114 miles in by the time I'm picking him up to pace, and just so cool to see him out here crushing this race right now.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay now. I faded a bit there on that last leg on the climb. It was hot. I was running low on water, just really like running on fumes.
Dude, he's doing it 1 step at a time.
Yeah, we're getting it done. Wouldn't want it to be easy, you know?
He's kicking butt. Jeff's kicking butt. He's had a positive mental attitude almost the whole time. It got hot. He bitched in a forward direction and it was perfect. I mean, it's awesome. Like, he's doing great.
Hey!
Crushing it, man. You're crushing it.
Sorry to make you wait so long.
Oh no, you're right on time with what you told me. So.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. 150. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
150.
Let's wait, and because I definitely then will sleep with the next one.
Okay, so we'll do feet, shower, rinse off.
Yeah, we'll do it all at once. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Timer here.
Yeah.
Take off your pack, please.
10 minutes would be good. Oh, sushi.
Want some sushi?
Yeah.
As you step your face, what's it like to go from low or high desert to the mountains?
We're pretty high here. I think we're at 2,600 meters, which isn't nothing, you know. So you do feel the altitude as well on the climbs.
Doesn't take long to cool down.
I thought Canadians didn't get cold though.
Most Canadians have more body fat though.
Take good.
All right,
let's
do it.
Guy.
Do it.
Dude.
Thanks again, man.
Again,
Yeah.
you're so strong. You are amazing.
Thanks, man. Couldn't have done it without you today, though. That was awesome. And last night.
I'm proud of you. We had a blast.
So when Jeff asked me to come pace, I was actually excited that he had me plugging in the mountains. That's a little more of what I'm familiar with. But honestly, this is my first time ever pacing, and this is a pinnacle race for him on the year. And so definitely nervous to help him in any way that I can and make sure that yeah, that we're just helping him accomplish his goals. So that was dialed. I feel like most people
10
that come
minutes.
in and come out have not been that fast. So
10 minutes. You got to come in with a list.
yeah,
You got to set a timer, and you got to take your feet to the road.
beautiful, huh? Fall colors.
So nice.
So pretty.
I'm out of breath. I can't do altitude. You look great. Keep it up. You totally got this.
Thank you.
Jason, you totally
See you
got
soon.
this too.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, so Jeff came through the Shea Mountain aid station 5:15. So again, pretty much on schedule, still on the faster end of his time estimate. So he's looking really good. Quick turnaround as well. He was here maybe 10-12 minutes. So refilled all of his nutrition. He had a grilled cheese and some sushi that seemed to go down pretty well. I knew it would. Sushi always goes down for Jeff.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Nice light.
Yeah. Camera never shows how steep it is. So I've grown up in Southern Utah my whole life, and I've actually never been in these mountains because they are in the middle of nowhere, right? Everything around here is just desert, and it's hours and hours away from main civilization. So these are a gem. They're a diamond in the rough out here in the middle of nowhere, Utah. About to click off 4 miles.
4 miles already. Not bad. Time's going quickly here. Sharing stories with Tayson, my second pacer. He's gonna be with me for what, 30 miles?
Yeah.
Nice.
I've run till like midnight, never passed, so just a few hours at a time.
Yeah.
This will be the biggest night effort.
Yeah, nice.
Goes the last of the light. Beautiful sunset. We're just about to peak out. Maybe another 500 feet. Run downhill, take a nice rest, and crank off another 20.
Little porcupine. I want to pick him up. Probably not the best idea.
Yeah.
29 hours in, and now we're expecting him here at 126. Maybe around 9, so 33 hours in. And yeah, 33 hours is probably the longest he wants to go without sleeping. Like we talked about, it's like 32 to 34 would be an ideal time to have his first nap. So
there you go.
I'm gonna find the pants.
That's how we put on the party here at the Dino Aid Station.
Yeah.
You need only dino chicken nuggets.
There's the mothership right there. Hi.
hello. We'll do a full change.
Yeah.
You need to take care of yourself as well very much. At the aid station, they have a ton of food, burgers, veggie burgers, whatever you would like. And as a pacer, you're entitled to it as well.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, whatever you want.
Okay. It's only 9 o'clock. It feels like it's 3 in the morning.
Uh-oh.
Go figure. It's amazing how quickly you cool down.
Yeah.
Just shivering all of a sudden. Okay. All right, good night.
Sleep well.
Thank you.
So cute.
No pressure when you're not the racer. You're just there to have a good time, and you're not hitting your limits, right? Because you're subbing in when you're fresh, and I kind of feel like I'm sucking in some of the glory of what he's actually doing, right? I'm like in here for like 30 miles. He's in here for 240, but I'm like in some small part, I'm like, yeah, I'm a part of this bigger thing now. So it's a few guys up the road that were kind of cheering for us. Oh yeah, you guys are killing it, and you're like, yeah, thanks,
Tayson and I had run a 12-mile loop around Shea Mountain before arriving at Monticello Lake, where I took my first nap. We'd now have another 17.5 miles to cover as we descended back into the desert to Dry Valley Aid, now in my second night on course.
It's a long break. A little bit longer than I would have liked. Given that I only slept for 45 minutes. This is the problem with stopping to sleep. It just...
Yeah, it's not just the sleeping.
It's not just the sleeping.
It's the getting ready to sleep.
It's the faffing. A little stiff.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, night 2. Back with Tayson here for another 17 miles.
These ones are gonna be easy. Downhill in the nice cool weather.
This was my third 200-plus mile race, but the other 2 were both in the Alps, where there's significantly more elevation change. The course at Moab is quite a bit more runnable, but is quite challenging in the way that it takes runners from the lower desert to above 10,000 feet and back again twice. Fortunately, I'd done most of my training throughout the season in the mountains in Europe, starting with a month in the English Lake District, where I ran the Bob Graham Round, a 106-kilometer fell running challenge. We then fast-packed the 100-mile Tour de Mont Blanc in the Alps, followed by a fast pack in Slovenia in the Julian Alps. And we capped this off with a 7-day stage race in the Pyrenees, where we covered 220 kilometers with 15,000 meters of elevation gain. Definitely my biggest week of training ever, and a huge confidence boost heading into my final few weeks of training, which included heat training in the sauna and on the course here in Moab.
We're under 6 miles, probably getting closer to 5 out from Dry Lake's aid station, and we're moving down the trail really well. Kind of been playing yo-yo with a couple runners, past one, just moving strong, really solid. So I haven't had him at least say that he's seen anything off in the shadows. So I think that's a good sign.
The hallucinations have kind of died down a little bit for now. I think that nap helped.
Yeah.
That's a good one,
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm very tired. But I just had a decent nap. 2.5 hours. Not bad. I'll take it.
All right, so we're coming up on the aid station here. It's getting pretty tired at the end there. I might need to lie down again for a few more minutes. Because next I head out on my own for 30 miles to the next crew accessible aid station.
How's it going?
Good.
You guys warm enough?
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Perfect.
Let's go to the aid station, all right?
I'm actually gonna have to lie down again for a few more minutes.
Okay.
I was getting very sleepy.
Okay.
So, but I can just sleep in my clothes, so I won't do the whole
You don't wanna do
rigmarole.
change?
I was moving well, like my legs feel great, but just so sleepy. I'm having a hard time. I'm at that point where my eyes are a little bit blurry and I'm having a hard time focusing.
Good?
Change of plans.
I've been lying here for too long. I don't know what else to do. I wanna get away from every little thing just to try to make it through. I've been thinking about my options, every detail in my head.
Okay, well, another hour of sleep, that's a lot. So much. Okay, thanks guys. Hi there. So, 150 checking out.
Okay. Awesome.
Gotcha. Thanks guys. All right, so another hour's sleep in the bank. Apparently I'm still in top 5. I don't think anybody actually came and left while I was there. We've got a good stretch on this road here, but navigation is gonna be super easy, which is good. I might put an earbud in and listen to a podcast to pass the time. But yeah, I'm really happy with my decision to stop. That's now an hour 45 I've slept. And hopefully I can get away with just one more, maybe hour-long nap, but we'll have to see.
Jeff was here at 3 a.m. right on target. That last section took him exactly 4 hours, which is awesome. A few more hours of darkness here and then he'll be getting hopefully a second life when the sun comes up.
I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing there.
Well, I survived the night. I was definitely sleep running a little bit, but it was only a couple of hours, and as soon as the sun came up here, it woke me right up. So the next day's station is pretty close. I think it's just about a mile out. And then I believe I've got another 12-mile stretch until I see Audrey at Road 46. And it's another spectacular sunrise out here today. Hey guys. How are you guys doing?
Good. What can we do for you?
How many runners have come through?
You're sitting in 4th.
I like that.
Yeah.
There's nothing left to keep you here. You're falling apart in this big blue world.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you. Through that aid station, I had a big breakfast, a big plate of hash browns and eggs and bacon. I couldn't finish it, so they wrapped it up for me. I had some coffee, refilled my bottles, and tried not to linger too much, but it was a really cool vibe. Hang out there all day.
From Dry Valley, I'd covered another 14 miles during the night before arriving at the Needles, where I took a much-needed break. I'd now have another 12 miles to cover on mostly runnable terrain, but completely exposed to the sun as I made my way to the next crew-accessible aid station at Road 46.
Just arrived at the Road 46 aid station. It's pretty quiet here. I think only the first 2 runners are here. Jeff's about 5 miles out, maybe a little less now, so I'm quickly going to set up and wait for him.
It's getting really hot, sun, and there's no breeze at all, so just cooking out here. Thanks.
You made such good time.
It's hot.
Yeah.
There's no breeze, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No breeze, no shelter. You're doing awesome. I've got you set up in the truck again because it's much cooler. So, yeah.
If you're down, I could use the company to break it up.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Your socks off too here.
We got some nice light this morning. Hey, Derek.
Dude, it was gorgeous.
Oh my god.
I'm not wearing my gaiters.
So you got 30 miles to Geyser Pass, and from there it's the final 40.
70 miles.
You're doing so good.
Drops in the bag.
Don't worry about it.
I'm going to take the rest of the sandwich and eat while I walk.
Okay, I also got you a banana to take to go if you'd like.
Yeah, this course is really diverse, and it makes it feel like there's different chapters to the race. But it also, you feel like you're really traveling somewhere, you know? Like you're doing this huge loop around the Moab Valley. You feel like you're really covering distance. All right, getting the band back together, eh?
Yeah.
Getting stiff again. That's the problem with stopping.
Another hat. And
gloves
gloves are right there, perfect. And then if you have a GPX track.
Yep.
Can't see.
He is tired.
Yeah.
Did you have to talk him out of one here?
No, he didn't want to. No, he knew the plan is at Geyser. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Take advantage of the daylight. And,
Yeah, it's so nice right now.
Yeah,
Gotta make some time now.
Even though it's a little hotter, but whatever.
Yep. Yep. Oh, that's
It's hot for
awesome.
everyone.
All right, so I'm back here with Tayson, pacing me as we head up into the La Salles here for another 30 miles. So what do you figure we're in for here?
We got climbing, we got descending, and more climbing, but we're gonna get up on top here and we'll just have beautiful views looking back over Moab. Jeff's looking good, he's fluid. Some of these other guys are starting to show some cracks, so we're gonna put some pressure on those cracks.
Oh, there's a breeze. Take it. Bit of a bonk coming up that climb there. Pretty much ran out of water. But we've got just about a mile now to the aid station. I'll rehydrate, refuel, recharge, hopefully set myself up for a stronger second leg here.
Do
150.
you have a bag?
Nope.
Okay.
Can we get you?
I'll do a burger.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you like on it?
Cheese and ketchup and mustard, please. Sure. Thank you so much.
Can I do a burger as well? All right, so we just left the aid station. We were there like 12 minutes, 13 minutes. It felt like 2 to me. Pretty sure Jeff's trying to kill me out here, but he turned that aid station really quick. Got a big section coming up right now, perhaps the crux of the race. A lot of climbing, going up to altitude, coming back down, climbing back up. I think we put a little pressure on third place. Good kid named Aaron. But I think we turned that aid station as fast as any of these guys in front of us, and feeling a little rejuvenated. Got our flask full again, so just getting screamed at by the cows.
Tayson had decided to join me for a third time, starting with the 15.5-mile leg to Pole Canyon. We now cover another 15 miles of what is arguably the toughest section of the course as we climb to over 10,000 feet in elevation to Geyser Pass.
I just arrived at Geyser Pass aid station. Looks like I'm the first crew here. Always a keener. And I was just checking the map, and it looks like to get here they're running up as high as 3,000 meters. So I bet Jeff will feel that for sure.
All right, I am witnessing the slowest speed pass in history here. We're just following Aaron up the climb. But Jeff, been seeing some things?
Oh yeah. People on the trail, photographers who aren't there, aid stations that aren't there. Every tree is something, every rock is something. Lots of faces in the leaves. You know, the usual. Lots of auditory hallucinations though too. Constantly hearing voices.
Final sunset of the Moab 240 for Jeff. And he better not make me lie about this.
Tell them 3 days. No more.
It's at this point that we caught up with Taylor, who had been suffering from pulmonary edema, likely caused by the drastic changes in altitude.
Hey guys,
Rolling.
We got Taylor here.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
How are you?
Doing good? Doing all right. Much better now that a couple of those climbs are behind us. Fetch. Good gravy.
Aaron was just up ahead as well in second place.
Oh, really? Sheesh. All feeling the same pain, huh?
Thanks, man. You're doing great.
Yeah.
Good. Keep it up, guys. So we just passed two guys kind of at the same time here on the climb. Taylor, who was actually in first place, and then Aaron, who was in third place. So Jesse, who was in second, has now moved up to first, and that puts me in second place for the Moab 240. There's still more than 50 miles left in this race, so I'm not going to get ahead of myself here, but I'll enjoy it while I can anyway.
Taylor would end up dropping, and we managed to put a gap on Aaron heading into Geyser Pass, the last crew-accessible aid station. Apparently Jesse had almost dropped himself because of his own breathing issues.
200 miles, hitting the aid station.
Oh,
dude.
Nice work, man.
Yeah, nice work, you dude.
Without you.
You just kept grinding up those climbs, and
You guys killed it.
That was by far the toughest section.
it was that climb is where by the top two guys were.
Yeah. This is a high point of the route.
I'd planned to have my last 1 hour nap here before heading out to cover the final 40 miles on my own, while Jesse had left in first place not too long after I'd arrived.
So you got a 3 mile kind of road climb. So just be prepared for that, and then it's all down. So
Pretty cruisy down. So it's 21 miles to Porcupine Rim.
Okay.
And then from there, you know what's
I
up.
know the rest of it.
Yeah, and it'll be daytime by then too.
Just gotta get through the night.
Yeah, just gotta get through the night. Jeff had a good reset at Geyser Pass, so the last crew accessible aid station. Had a good nap, he ate a lot, changed his clothes, so I hope that he felt fairly fresh going into the rest of his final night. So he's got 40 miles to go on his own, so no pacer and no more crew. There'll be one aid station at Porcupine Rim, so I really do think that he has it in him to catch current first place Jesse, and then hot on his tail is Aaron. So I think there's still a race that's gonna happen tonight and early tomorrow morning.
All right, on the road again. Just left Geyser Pass. Audrey just took spectacular care of me. And now I'm warming up on this road climb here. Got some chips for the road and a few snacks, but really just trying to get the blood flowing before I do too much else.
As the night wore on, I once again began to really struggle not to fall asleep on my feet. I'd found myself on a long and winding dirt road where I began to drunkenly weave back and forth, being jolted awake whenever I'd run into the ditch. It would turn out that Jesse was doing the same thing not too far ahead of me.
Well, I've been running for a few hours now, mostly downhill, mixed of gravel, roads, some single track, and a little bit of pavement. Jesse isn't too far ahead of me up here. We're about to come up on Porcupine Rim aid station, where I'm going to take a little break and refuel.
We were back in range of cell service now, so Jesse and I could see each other on the tracker as we neared the final aid station.
Hey there. 150. Okay, through the very last aid station of the Moab 240, I grabbed some pancakes with maple syrup and a little baggie to go, and some chips and a few things as well, and a bit of coffee. Refilled my bottles, and I got out of there because Jesse apparently is just a few minutes ahead of me. So let's see if I can't catch him.
Just woke up from a nap. It's 8 a.m. so I slept for a few hours, but definitely not enough. I'm just a tired, emotional mess right now. Just so happy for Jeff, but also so anxious right now. He's past Porcupine Rim. It looks like he barely stopped. I hope he ate something. But yeah, he's on his way to the finish now. Less than 15 miles to go. He's moving fast. I think he definitely still got a shot at catching Jesse in first place and win this thing. So yeah, I'm just really happy. We'll go see him at the finish.
Jesse had left Geyser Pass aid station more than an hour ahead of me. But over the 21 miles to Porcupine Rim, I had managed to narrow that gap to just 15 minutes. We now had 18 miles to go to the finish on technical, rocky terrain, but almost entirely downhill. And I'd run this entire section before, so the chase was on.
I've been fortunate to come out here a couple times. Crewed, paced, filmed, photographed. This is so different than how they usually are, where it's like, oh, there's an hour or two gap between first, second, third, whatever. And this is just like down to the wire.
Okay, just got eyes on him. Across the canyon there. Took a really bad tumble back there though. Knocked the wind out of my sails. I think we got time though.
This is Hillary with Destination Trail Media. We are at the finish line of the Moab 240 and we are expecting our top two guys to come in the next few minutes, probably less than 10 minutes now. The course is longer this year. It's about 13 miles longer and 4,000 extra feet of climbing. So they have just been hauling to get here. And for the last, ever since Porcupine Rim, the last aid station, they have literally been sprinting. So exciting.
Holy crap, Jesse!
How close is we?
I think you got this. Less than a mile.
Well, and I just got an update from Billy Yang, my husband, who's down on the trail, and he said Jesse is less than half a mile out. So it's super close. I don't know if Jeff has quite enough time to catch him, but either way, man, this has got to be the closest race that we've ever had for first place.
Most exciting Moab finish for sure. Jeff looked like he was moving through the
240-mile race is just not what you want to be running.
Holy crap, dude! What a race!
Didn't quite get it though.
Oh my God.
I needed a few more miles.
That's incredible. How are you feeling?
Good.
You're moving great, man.
We've been sprinting for 12 miles. At least I'm making him work for it.
You're good. You're gonna win it.
Nowhere. All right, we got Jesse Haynes. Woo, just worked so hard. Nice work, Jesse. You did it, buddy.
What was that? Why did he try to? Oh, why did he try to win?
Look at our boy Jeff. Final quarter of a mile or so. Just saw him just gaining places, picking dudes off. 10th, 9th, 8th. hit the podium. Now he's in second place. Gave Jesse a good scare. Second place, Moab 240.
Hells yeah.
Oh my God. What a race.
Hi.
Oh, there she is.
Want to run with me?
Second place, Audrey.
I didn't do this.
What a crew, what a team.
You're so fast. How are you running this fast? This is why I didn't take him on the neck.
Yeah, buddy.
That was a 12-mile sprint.
Hell of a race, Jeff.
Pretty bad tumble, but.
Oh no.
Did it, man. Second. Holy crap.
And I saw his leg. What was that?
He's right there.
That was the most epic race I probably have ever run.
For 12 miles, I was finally
12
saw you.
started last night. It started last night when you came into the aid station and went to sleep. He said, "Get out of here."
Thanks for the I don't know, the pull or the push. Maybe I give you the push, you give me the pull. I don't know. That was good.
You made it a nail biter.
Yeah. What an epic race.
I don't know about you, but I had the tracker in my head.
I did.
Yeah,
I
like,
started the
whole
tracker.
time. I'm refresh as I'm running.
I'm like,
I'm getting closer.
he's getting closer.
Yeah. Every time I sped up, you sped up. I'm like, we have too much information.
And then I had to switch back to make sure I was on course.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Good job to you too. That's awesome.
Good to finally meet you.
We ran away from each other the whole night. Never even talked to him.
I think something unique that Jeff did is he had a sleep schedule, but then also like an aid time limit, where aid stations were limited to 10 or 12 minutes instead of just coming in and being like kind of just doing things for 15, 20, 30 minutes, because those minutes add up. And I think that really showed today at the finish. He had no blisters, no major foot issues, and that's because he took care of his feet. Swapped shoes, socks, washed his feet, lubed them up, did a lot of things that most people just neglect because it takes time. But taking 2 minutes to take care of your feet can be the difference between finishing or having massive blisters and just limping your way in and maybe even dropping.
Nice work.
Dude, amazing job.
Thank you. Well, you too, man.
He's like, oh, here's second place, Jeff. I'm like, second place? I was like, second place isn't Jeff. There's no Jeff. I was like, it's Taylor. He's like, no, this Jeff guy, he's been moving up. He just got in. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, but go ahead, take your 20-minute nap. I heard them talking. He's gonna sleep for an hour.